Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. Today I want to share about something that's exciting. I've already shared a little bit about it on Facebook and Instagram and all that, but I wanted to sit down and talk about it. And that is Miss D taking her first, what we are calling unaided steps. Now, with a clarification, she is taking steps in a gait trainer, but before we would push the gait trainer and then her feet would kind of make the movement. Like, she wasn't initiating it at all. But now, for short stints, if you put her in the gait trainer, she can move her feet and move the gait trainer. And it's just super exciting and joyful. I think I've shared this before. When you foster or adopt, there are things that you grieve. There are things that you miss out on compared to having your own biological child, or even adopting an infant. There are things that you miss out on when you are fostering an older child or adopting an older child. So there is grieving. But I will say one thing with having a child with cerebral palsy and a physical delay. We've had the opportunity to see Miss D do some of those things that normally, she came to us at 2 years old. Normally she would already be doing that. And so selfishly, there's part of me that's oh, I got to experience that. And I say selfishly because I wouldn't ask for this life for her. She's 3 years old. She wants to be independent. She wants to be able to do, and in many ways she can't right now. So our prayer is that she will get to the point where she can. She has come a super long way. I'm sorry, I'm a broken record. I've said this before, but there was just so many things that when we first met her, when she first came into our home, that she couldn't do. And now she can. And so I guess for me, I want to make a big deal out of every milestone. I want to make a big deal out of all of her accomplishments. Because one, before us, she really didn't have an environment that cheered her on and celebrated those things, or even just encouraged her to do different things. And I want to make sure that we're making a big deal out of what she's doing. Now, I don't want my kids to be inward focused. I want them to be servants, and I want them to be focused on the Lord. But I also want to show Miss D and Thomas, this is an opportunity for us to turn around and praise the Lord, to be thankful for Him answering our prayers, to be thankful that He is walking with us through this, that we're not going through these things alone. and just to lift others up. In the disability community, and specifically with cerebral palsy, a lot of times there's discouraging moments. And you wonder, is my child going to be able to do this or that? Or we had a bad day, or, received a bad report, and the doctor sat there and said that my child may never be able to do this or that. And so you want to be able to share light and share encouragement and hope when and where you can, so that you're lifting those up that are having a difficult day, or just need to see somebody else going through the same thing they're going through, but also succeeding. And I also want Misty to have these memories to look up, to look at. I was watching a YouTube channel the other day, and this family fosters to adopt, and they were talking about how one of their daughters was asked to do a school project where she, had a baby picture and had her parents tell her how they chose her name and all this stuff, and how just it was devastating for her daughter. Her daughter didn't even want to do the project because when you don't, we may never know Misty's mom's name. If we weren't in the middle of a pandemic, I know whereabouts where she lives. I think we would possibly look into going and meeting her. But even if we did, there's still just so many holes. And you hear about adoptive kids going and finding their birth parents and doing all the research. International adoption, that's next to impossible. And so it's just, we want to be able to give Misty whatever we can. We want, even though part of her life has been bleak, part of her life is without photos and pictures, that doesn't mean that we can't fill it up with that stuff now. And I love taking pictures. I love taking video. Dan loves taking pictures. And so we want to use those gifts and talents that the Lord has given us to honor and glorify Him, and to give our kids those memories. So, and we want to share a different light of disability. I don't like the word differently abled because it's just weird. I'm okay with the fact that I have a disability, and I want Miss D to be okay with the fact that she has a disability. But I don't want you to see it as just this person sits around and does nothing. I want you to see them as a whole person and doing great things and going far in life. And so, anyways, sorry for the long talking. I can just get talking. Here is some of Misty's adventure in her gait trainer lately, and hopefully in the future we'll have even more to share. So that's it for today. We'll talk to you later. Bye. God bless.